Yeah, so inspirational, man.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Our boy Dejounte Murray has been such an inspiration this season. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's been a great leader, and this is just icing on the cake. So if you guys haven't heard, our boy Dejounte Murray actually put something out in which he basically revealed his advice that he gave to Josh Primo. Now, first and foremost, let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. Okay, get out of here, elephant. All right, get out. Shoot. Okay, we got to talk about this. Obviously, when Josh Primo was first drafted, Dejounte Murray tweeted something out in which he tweeted out a cringe face, okay? Him cringing because he was like, wow, the Spurs actually got a guard. Or it meant, oh, wow, someone's going to potentially take my job. Or it meant a plethora of things, and no one knew what it meant. we all was just speculating, and I had some huge criticism because of that. Like, I thought that, well, you shouldn't put anything that's encrypted out there, and you should put anything out there that could be a subliminal hit to Josh Primo. I didn't think that it was cool, and I thought that it was just a bad look, and everybody would just take their own thoughts and say what it meant. But overall, obviously, since then, our boy Dejounte has been very, very, very good to Josh Primo. Like, he has been a true leader towards Josh, and it's just one of those things where even though in the public it was like, what the heck is going on, in private he stepped up and he was a true, weirdly to say, veteran leader to Josh. So I love that, and it seems like everything there is Gucci. So let's go ahead and go down here and let's see what he had to say to Josh Primo. It is a process. It can be difficult at times. It can be really good at times. He is just going through a difficult time right now. When you have a consistent role, when you know you're playing each and every game and you know your minutes, it is easier to be consistent. He is just going through that tough little thing where he is in Austin and then comes up here and he might get in, he might not get in. I just tell him to stay focused and know it is for the better and the bigger picture, and it'll all be greater later. That is beautiful. That is something that I think all of us can agree with. Now, moving on, Primo has often impressed his Spurs teammates with the poise and control he plays with when he steps onto the court. And that is very true. So all the veterans love him. Popovich loves him. Everybody loves Josh Primo. But coming from Dejounte Murray, I think this is pretty huge. Obviously, Dejounte Murray went through something similar as well with the Spurs. And yeah, it is hard to be consistent when you don't know whether or not you're going to get minutes or you're going to get in. It plays with your psyche. But honestly, I think Josh Primo, for the most part, has been pretty good. Like, I mean, I know that he hasn't had like the best season necessarily, but overall, I'm impressed by him. Every single time I watch him play, I'm impressed by him. Popovich has put him in a lot of tough situations, and I think that's one thing people don't get. A lot of Spurs fans are kind of going at Josh Primo at times. Not all the time, but at times I've been seeing it where people are saying, wow, this is actually the 12th overall pick. Like, oh my goodness, he's not putting up any type of numbers. We wanted him to play, and now that he's playing, he's not playing well. He's playing fine. It's just exactly what Dejounte said, is that he's back and forth. You don't know what your role is. You don't really have, actually, it's not even that he don't know what his role is. He don't really have a role with the team right now. His role is just develop. Like, that's it. That's his entire role for the San Antonio Spurs, is just develop. That's it. That's it. He doesn't have okay, we're going to have you facilitate this game. Okay, you're going to be a facilitator off the bench. No, every game, if you're paying attention, it looks a little bit different for him. But for the most part, they're not running a lot of plays for Josh Primo or anything. I mean, it's really just catch and shoot, be in the right position, play smart basketball, and that's about it. And that's okay. And I wasn't expecting Josh Primo to come into the season and just have like a superstar caliber season. Now, I do believe that he will be a star and he will be a superstar, but I never thought that that would necessarily be him this season. He's very young, and on top of it, I just don't see that as really something that is even possible at this point. With the amount of players that we have that are still growing, and even Keldon Johnson kind of coming into his own, and with the Spurs trying to decide what they're going to do with Lonnie Walker, you can't really expect for the Spurs to just go full in on Josh right now. It's not going to happen. They're putting him in really good positions where he can learn, but they're not putting him in positions where, okay, it's time for us to give you the keys. As a fan, I'm going to be the one to say, yeah, I think he will have the keys to the ship. I think he will have the keys to the car, and I think he's going to drive us to victory. But at the same time, if you're the Spurs organization, you shouldn't be that hasty. Like, that's what we're for. But they shouldn't be hasty at all. They should sit back and see, okay, either you're going to be that guy or you're not, and you're going to have to prove whether or not you're that guy. But as it stands right now, I mean, he's so young, dude. He's still learning. And overall, I just love this quote from Dejounte Murray. It's very simple. Yeah, it's a very media-like quote, obviously, but overall, it's a really good sentiment. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that Josh Primo will? I'll ask you just straight up. Do you think that he will be a star, or do you think he'll be a superstar? Will he be that guy? Is this a good way of going about it, to send him to Austin, send him back to the Spurs, and have him go back and forth? Do you believe, what Dejounte Murray believed, that this will be a better and bigger picture at the end, and it's going to be greater later? So you guys let me know what you think. I'm really curious. But yeah, I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time. Deuces.